Hi, beautiful beings, and welcome to another live where we discuss selecting your reality and remembering that there's infinite iterations you can choose from and tune into. So choose a good one. It is always what you're decreeing it is, right? If you are baptizing something as hopeless or as successful, that is up to you. That is what you are invoking with your speech, with your voice, casting that upon it. This is wonderful, this is horrible. Either way, you are correct, and you always will be correct in that. Is it objectively correct? No, because there's infinite iterations, which means that there's realities in which that's true and realities in which that's not true. But your conscious perspective, what you are viewing, is always what you state it is. It's never not. So you could be like, oh my God, that's so dumb. From your perspective, yes, it is. From someone else's perspective, they're like, I totally get that. Oh my God, that's so correct. Hi, Nep. Hi, Franzi. Hi, Lena. Hi, babies. Whatever it is that you choose to experience, you will experience. You get to decide. You get to state, this is my reality. This is who I am. This is what I love, etc. I'm well. I'm so well. I'm enjoying the outside time. Ooh, I got flagged for body exposure. Guys, is this too much body? I wonder, is it that TikTok sorts it itself and it's like an AI filter thing? Or is someone flipping through and then being like, oh my God, there's body in this? Thank you. I love this purple. I got this on like Etsy or something several years ago. Do you personally think there's anything someone shouldn't manifest? No, because everything's a manifestation of your reality anyway. So you're literally manifesting everything. You are manifesting literally everything already. So you've already been unconsciously manifesting the way someone thinks about you. It doesn't exist outside of the consciousness you are because it's all one thing, right? You've already been... This is too much for the AI. It said the power of the titties is too great for us. It was like sexualized behavior. And I was like, I exist and I've got a rack. Sorry for breathing, AI. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? You're already selecting your reality anyway. You're literally selecting from the infinite iterations, right? So if you're like, this person hates me, you've been doing that unconsciously. You're manifesting that already, but somehow that's not wrong and that's not violating free will. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. You've been walking around going like, oh my God, I have cavities. And that's like not casting poor spells upon yourself. You're not cursing yourself in that way to like poor health. Really? You want to like believe that? But then suddenly saying like, oh my God, my body's so healthy. And that is like where your line of disbelief is drawn in the sand. Grow up. I see a lot of coaches judging people who want someone who cheated or hurt them in the past and stuff. I've seen that too, but like honestly, like have we all not done some dumb shit? I manifested the most horrific nerve pain for myself for many, many years and repeated muscle tears, right? So technically I was in an abusive relationship with my fucking self. I'm not abandoning me. I just became a different person. I became the person that loved myself and showed up for myself and didn't push myself into injury trying to prove things. So who am I to judge anyone? I mean, just the creator, but you know. Also, isn't that the thing of like, what is it? Like, thou shalt not judge, bitch. The fuck? I finally got that everything is me, and now I can't even think of a manifestation question to ask. And you don't have to ask any questions. We're just here. Why don't you brag in the chat? Brag about all the beautiful things you're experiencing. Brag to me, please. I want to hear it. I want to hear the most wonderful, beautiful things to celebrate with you. How do I manifest my SP? He's graduating soon. You've already been manifesting him, and why does him graduating I don't see how it has any bearing on anything. Are you together or are you not together? You're together, right? So then, done. Complete. You're welcome. Do you know what solipsism is? Yeah, solipsism is the belief that it's all like the one mind. It's all in the mind. It's all of the mind. And I agree with that because, like, as my exploration of consciousness has shown me, it is all the mind. And there's really, really infinite iterations, infinite worlds, infinite things that you get to explore. And it's like a lack of curiosity and exploration that has people locked into that has consciousness observing the same things over and over again, right? But that's okay. Once you realize that there's more to observe, you get to observe it, and then it becomes like really, really fun, right? I was making a list of random stuff to do to timeline shift, and I love the ideas I saw in here. Yeah, I just posted a video of like, I shifted an astrology aspect in my chart just for shits and giggles because like I got the definition of it and I was like, I don't like that definition. I'm going to change it so that it's positive. And then the next time I saw it, like a couple weeks later, it was different. And I was like, see, because everything is so fucking malleable. And that's why, like, when people try and talk to me about astrology, I do not care anymore. I used to like the story of it because it's all like archetypes and like the story is fun, the mythology is fun, but like, you're not going to catch me like giving myself a definite, like, oh, well, I'm such a Pisces. I don't fucking care. Have a fucking spine. Like, what are we talking about here? Can I change my skin tone? You can change your skin tone. You can say like, my skin tone is the perfect tone. Whatever it is, you're like, I'm my favorite shade. Like whatever you want to be. You can also just manifest that you love it exactly the way it is, right? Because it's like, I would, in my own experience, like curiosity of like, where's it coming from? I'm actually perfect the way I am. Or is it just like, you just don't like the way that it hasn't been glowing the way that you've been wanting lately? Like how far off is it that you want it? Is it that you're not loving and accepting yourself? Or is it just like, you just want to be your most radiant, beautiful self? In which case I would just say I'm my most radiant, beautiful self. My skin is gorgeous. My skin is absolutely perfect and flawless. I don't get the difference between non-duality and solipsism. Okay, so non-duality means there's no duality, right? There's no separation between things. Therefore, it's the same fucking thing. It's just a different lens that you can look through. Non-duality, what is non-duality? There's not duality. It's just the one thing. It's the now moment. It's this instant. It's this iteration. It's this perspective. It's whatever you fucking say it is, right? It's consciousness. It's all consciousness, which is like solipsism. It's just, there's different... Throughout the world, people have had different ideas come to them with slightly different filters and then given them different names. Like, I remember, like 10 years ago, I started labeling it law of emittance. Like, what I emit is what I experience, right? And then there's also, like, all this shit. So it doesn't fucking matter. The words, the chitter-chatter, the little noises that we put upon these other things don't fucking matter. Do you understand what it is? Do you get that it's just you selecting right now in this moment? Because that's all you need. You don't need anyone else's mouth noises that they labeled it with. How do you feel? How do you know? What do you know? Yes, never cared about Zodiac, except by my own a little. Yeah, I like the things where it's like, if I read something and I'm like, oh yeah, I agree. But if it's something that's like not favorable, I do the same with like, if there was like a tarot reading, I'd be like, you know, whatever. And then if there was anything I didn't enjoy, I'd like change it to what I want. And that's the point, isn't it? Reflect it back to you and be like, I agree or I disagree. I'm in the now moment. I'm choosing. No one's going to tell me who I am except me. How can I manifest weight loss? I've been trying but only gaining and not eating much of anything. Okay, so start saying, I weigh exactly what I want to weigh. My body's exactly the way I want my body to be. I have fat in all the places I want it and none of the places I don't. I'm the exact shape I want to be. I look exactly the way I want to look. My muscles are toned exactly the way I want them to be. My muscles are defined exactly the way I want them to be. I build muscle easily. I lose fat easily. My body only stores the things I want it to. Food affects me in the most wonderful ways. My body knows exactly what to do with food. Nothing I eat makes me gain weight in this way, or whatever it is that you want. Pay attention. What's the story that you're telling? Right now you're saying, I've been trying, but I'm only gaining weight and not eating much of anything. Cool. Think of it this way, like change the attitude a little bit. Oh my God, that's the spell you're casting right now, is I'm only gaining weight and I'm not eating much of anything. Look at me. Change it to, oh my God, no matter what I eat, I just like, all the fat walked away. It melted off. Every time I drink water, it just got carried away. I actually don't even have that excess fat on me anymore. My body's exactly the way I want it to be. Right? Flip the script, mama. Pay attention to what you are telling. Oh, thanks for the oranges, baby. Is it possible to completely forget something? Yes. Can you talk about umbrella affirmations? I love umbrella affirmations. I think it's great. Let's talk about some of my favorite are, everything is so perfect for me. Everything is so perfect for me. I have the most wonderful people in my life. I'm always loved, cherished, and prioritized. Every day I get more and more beautiful. I'm a master manifester, right? All these things are umbrellas, like that something would like carry over. Here's using the word everything, always, like, right? And you hear people say this too, of like, oh, that person's always this way. And usually they're using it to like piss themselves off and victimize themselves using another person. So like catch yourself next time you say, oh, this person's always that way. Do you like that definition of them? Or is it like you're making up a story when instead you could be like, wow, they're always so peaceful. Oh my God, they're always such a bitch. That's a you problem, mama. You're telling that story. You're casting them in that role and they can only come into reality to piss you off. Do better. They're actually so peaceful. Oh my God, they're so wonderful. I love them. They're so committed to me. They're so loving, etc. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Walking backwards, eating dinner for breakfast, going on a silent walk, calling yourself a different name. I don't know what that is. That was about. Is Bana? I answered that. What if it's another time because of bad stuff here, but I don't want to remember. So just like choose that you're already in that reality. And you could also like just decide of being like, oh my God, that was such a weird dream. That was such a weird dream and I already forgot about it. That was just a weird dream. Wow, that was so weird. Don't even care. Oh my God, that was just a dream. I love it when people like do that. That's so funny. You could like look at different revision videos too. Hey Jaleesa, welcome. Hi hun, hi babies. Oh, also guys, I decided to put Select Your Reality on sale for $222 this week. It's the complete course system. It's usually $999, but I wanted to like gift everyone because I love that course. It's got 16 wonderful audios, 5 videos, a workbook. So if you have been waiting to get that, I heard through the ethers. I haven't put it on sale for that since like February. So I would snatch it up before I change my mind. Oh, timeline shifting. The comments came in at different times. Okay. Hi, Kayla. I don't know if I said hi, but I did now. Love seeing you on. Always give me different and wonderful insights. Hi, Sunflower Goddess. I love seeing you on as well. Yes. Here's the thing, guys. If there's an aspect of your life you're not enjoying, you get to shift it. You get to change it. You don't like something about your body? Great. You know what's great is that you get to literally just change the story about it. You get to change the story about it. You get to change like whatever it is you don't like. You're not locked into anything. Like, oh, well, for so long I've had this story about my knees. Great, you know, now is the only moment. So why are you dragging a definition you don't like into the now? Is it true there's no such thing as an original reality or a set in stone past? There's infinite iterations of reality, which means that it's getting played out in consciousness somewhere, right? So if you're viewing it this way or that way or this way or that way, it's like either way it's correct. Because it exists. But the question as the singular observer, what eyes do you want to peer through? What little eyes do you want to look through? What eyes do you want to look through? You've been wanting to pull the trigger and catch me live and it's on sale. Yeah, mama. I also put the Healthy State program on sale for $150 because I'm feeling very generous and it's the 1-year anniversary of that course coming out. when that course first came out, there were 2 audios in it and it was $55. There are now 8 audios in it. It is a full, complete system for rebooting yourself, feeling really good in your body, and I put it on sale for $150. It is comprehensive. It is transformational. It's already helped change a lot of people's lives. So if you've been waiting to do that and you're like, I want something that can teach me to be relaxed, that can teach me to tune into whatever I want in my mind, etc., and you just want like a really good body experience, I would get that. Select Your Reality is great because it's like a identity architecting. I have you go through like different areas like physical, mental, emotional, environmental, meaning like where you live, like 8 different areas of your life to construct the story in and then live in. And the audios help anchor you in relaxation, stability, emotional security. Huge, right? And everything else. So that's just going to be this week that I'm offering that. And then it's going to be a while since I have it on sale like that ever again. So I would absolutely, like, if you're like, I want this, get it. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I just like was in meditation and I heard it was like, put it on sale for $222. And I was like, okay. You know what's funny is like, okay, so the whole like repeated numbers thing, I don't call them angel numbers because like there's nothing outside of me to give me a message. But I like repeating integers because I like the number 3. And so having a number 3 times feels great to me. And I like to make up my own definition. So for 222, it's like when you're working together with someone because there's 2 people, right? 111 just reminds me I'm the singular point. Mind, body, and spirit all working together. Anyway, that's my definition. So I made it's coffee and cocoa powder and this like lavender creamed honey. Like, have you ever had creamed honey? It's like almost, it's not whipped, but it's basically, I think the sugared was like stirred a lot until it's opaque and it's made with lavender. So in my mind, the honey, the chocolate, the lavender, it's a special moment today. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna make a beautiful little coffee moment. I like my glass straws a lot. All right, guys. What are you selecting for your reality? Who are you being? What are you thinking? What are you believing is true? Who are you? Who the F are you? Like, can you tell me? Do you know who you are? Do you know where your children are? If you do not remember why, if you do not remember what you prefer, allow me to remind you. What are the things that light you up? What did you enjoy doing as a child? I'll tell you what I enjoyed doing. I enjoyed playing pirates. I enjoyed spinning in a circle, right? Sensory, very sensory seeking. I enjoyed finger painting. I enjoyed singing and playing. All those things, still things I enjoy doing today. If you are ever like, I don't know who I am, I don't know what I enjoy, look to your childhood. What did you enjoy as a child? Odds are, those things, that's the true you. And beautifully, as you go through life, you get to learn more and more things that you love about yourself, right? So it's like I didn't know that I could produce music as well as I do. But I was always making up songs. I was always singing to myself, and I just thought that that's a normal thing that people do. People normally hear, like, you know, orchestral arrangements in their heads. Not so, apparently. But that has become an aspect of who I am, is that, like, now I make music. Let yourself be you by just playing and enjoying. Oh, you're feeling a lot of energy moving in your body? Great. Ask yourself, what would I like to create? I'll ask myself, do I want to paint? Do I want to write a song? Do I want to write a poem? Do I want to just, like, do physical movement? Do I want to dance? And then whatever the most joyful expression of that energy is, I'm going to do that. So remember who you are. Remember who you are. Everything the light touches. Oh my God, beautiful beings. Hi, Angie. Hi, KP. Welcome. My cousin's initials are KP, so for a second I was like, are you Catherine? Are you my cousin? No. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome. Yeah. So really, like, choose what you're experiencing. And again, if you don't prefer it, you don't have to keep it. You don't have to keep a story, even if you've been telling it for a little while. Like, I was telling a story last year about my kidney being a little sluggish because I decided to drink like 5 C4 in not that long of amount of time. And then afterwards, I didn't feel very well. That was a choice. But then I was like, oh, my like right kidney feels heavy. And then I realized one day, I was like, why am I telling this story? And then I was just like, no, my kidneys are perfect. Right? So you're going to catch yourself sometimes telling dopey ass stories, and you're going to catch yourself telling the story by actually hearing yourself tell the story and be like, why the fuck am I telling this story? That's dumb. And then you get to change it. So adjust as you go and don't criticize yourself, right? Sometimes people spend now moments beating themselves up about their past choices instead of just simply choosing in the now moment the one that you prefer, right? Have you ever seen this where someone will be like, I can't believe I spent so much time manifesting badness for myself and I'm just such an idiot. Why are you in the now moment saying that? You're just like, the past was shit. You're making the now shit by tormenting yourself about the past when you could let that go and just be like, you know what? Everything's perfect for me now. And speaking of blanket affirmations, that's a great one. I love when you remind me to stop that. Yeah, because what are you doing? Do you get off on punishing yourself? Is that what it is? Is there some like latent Catholic guilt or some bullshit happening? Like, let it go. Have you seen Mary's Gnome Story? No, I haven't. But when I was little, I saw a gnome. I was at my friend's house and we were all playing the piano and there was like a little gnome in the corner, like tapping its little foot. And I've seen like other shit as well throughout my life. So I assume it's that she saw a gnome. I saw a different post. She said something about, she tried to see a gnome again and then she caused herself some sort of issue with it. So I don't know what that was. I don't know what the original story was, but like, you can perceive of all sorts of things. Like, I don't know. I grew up in a house that was very much like, fairies and elves exist. So none of it is surprising at all. My community just teared up. Amazing. Thanks, Cash Money Billionaire. She turned her Stanley Cup into a gnome. That's hilarious. Not surprising, but I also don't know what to say to that. I'm just like, man, now I want to start changing things into gnomes. What a beautiful thing that all there is right now. Like, envisioned it as a gnome and then she got freaked out and shifted back. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. I can imagine. I think it's actually, like, to me, it's really funny, the whole, like, oh, I freaked out and then I shifted back thing. Like, someone was like, did you freak out when you unbroke your nose? Did you freak out when you filled the salt shaker? And I was like, no, I was fucking doing it intentionally. Why would I freak out? I chose to do it. I chose to do it because I knew I could do it. Like, why would I change that? Oh my god, thank you, Angie. I appreciate you. Do I have any shifting stories? I have a ton of shifting stories. I also just shared a story about shifting something as an astrology aspect. Ciao, comprendi italiano? Devo tradurre in inglese ciò che voglio dirti. Ciao, la mia situazione. The word I don't understand is dirty. Does that mean dirty? If someone knows Italian word, you can tell me what that word means. My Italian is okay. The fact that I know all those other words, can I celebrate that? I am celebrating that. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, Italian is the second language that I learned with my grandparents. But they are dead, so I haven't practiced as much as I could. I've been doing Duolingo though, and I always surprise myself with how much I know, because I kind of like, I barely read the sentences now, which is funny because I never noticed myself doing that in English. But now that I do it in Italian and German I've learned since 2006. No. Write in Italian. Write in Italian. But if I want to ask about a word, make me use my brain. Jeez, we're not lazy in this house. help my Italian get better. Thank you. But yeah, tell me about whatever the issue is that you're having. I can't promise I'll understand it, and if you do have to say it in English, then you can, but I'm gonna do my best. What I want to tell you. Oh, okay, cool. How to practice detachment even though I have dead days and think about it constantly. Stop like labeling it that. First of all, you're the one with the power. Why are you saying that? Like, oh my God, I just keep thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. Weak sauce. Weak ass decision. Okay? You are stronger than that. You don't know how to marshal your fucking thoughts. Yes, you do. Okay? Here's a little tip for you. Start saying things like, I'm so focused. It's so easy for me to focus on what I want. A thought comes up you don't like. Here's what you say. Nope. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. It's actually really easy for me to focus on the story I want. Easy for me to focus on the story I want. Stop telling the story that you are helpless to your mind somehow, as if your mind is separate from you. You're the controller of your mind. You are the controller. The mind's not the controller. You're the controller. And the order you're giving the mind is that you have no control. Okay? Don't do that. You're the one with control. How do you detach? By knowing that it's working in your favor. It's working so much in your favor that you can pretend it's not working in your favor. You already have the control. You're the one giving the orders. Do you feel like you still experience unfavorable things happening at this point in your life? No, I don't. Anything that comes up, it's like, it's the story I'm telling about it. So I would have to be telling an unfavorable story about it. And if I start feeling pissy about the unfavorable story I'm telling, that's a good fucking wake-up call to stop telling that story. What's the story I'm telling that I don't like, that I'm victimizing myself with? Oh my God, this isn't happening. Really? Infinite iterations of reality are happening at one time? It's audacious to say it's not happening when literally everything is happening all at once. It's just the now moment. If I'm saying nothing's happening, I'm using all my God consciousness to decree nothing. Nothing's happening. Hold it back, guys. Nothing's happening because Rose said so. Let's just give the illusion of nothingness so that she gets real frustrated in her panties and cries about it. No, not happening. Activities only take up a small part of my day. The rest of the time I think about it constantly. Think about things that you enjoy constantly. Can you think about things you enjoy constantly? Can you make yourself think really, really good things? Can you be like, wow, oh my God, like the most beautiful things are happening for me right now. Oh my God, wonderful things are coming right to me. I'm receiving the most beautiful things. Wonderful things are happening. I really love my life. It's all working for me. I love how we really do decide every single thing. Yeah, my mind is always thinking in my favor. Exactly. You were so inspired by me, you upgraded your name to billionaire. Amazing. Congratulations, billionaire. You did it. Lore, are you still here? I came in so spicy with that one, and also I stand by it, so... Like, how do I stop doing this? By you fucking stop doing it. That's like saying, how do I stop picking at my skin? By making the decision that it was easy for you to stop. If you're saying it's so hard for me to stop doing this thing, congratulations, you're going to create more of that. If you're saying it's so easy for me to stop, trust me, I did this with different, like, substances that were, like, not good for me. I used to smoke cannabis all the time. I used to smoke tobacco all the time. I decided I don't, and it was easy for me to stop. And then it was easy for me to stop. But when I was, like, in the compulsion of it, of saying that that's what made me feel better, then of course that's what I kept reaching for. Stop telling the story if you don't want it. Let it be easy. Hi, I love the color on you. Oh my god, thank you. Anyway, drop in the chat. I came out so spicy with that one, I think that person left. How can I revise something traumatic? Change the meaning. Well, there's so many different ways. So you just decide that you don't smoke anymore, and that's that. I started telling a story of, like, I would be smoking and I'd be like, wow, I'm so glad I don't smoke anymore. I love that I just breathe clean air. My lungs feel so good. It was so easy for me to stop. And, like, it was only like a couple weeks, I think, of doing that. Not even that. Like, it was like a couple weeks from deciding I wanted to stop to actually stopping, but it was only like a couple days of the doing, like the actually, like, while smoking, saying that, right? And I did that when I would smoke. Sometimes, like, there were very few times in that, like, span of a couple days where I actually just, like, let myself just fully enjoy smoking. And then, but then what I noticed was, like, if you are a person that walks around saying, I love smoking, you'll hear this with people with vaping too. It's like, oh my God, I love vaping. And the love is attaching you to keep doing it, right? Because you're making it permissible versus saying, like, oh my God, I love that I don't vape. I love that I don't smoke. Just change the thing that you're giving love to. As far as, like, how can you revise something traumatic? So revision is just choosing in the now moment, right? So what is the story you're telling about the trauma? Because there's different iterations, right? And I'm not going to tell someone how to handle it, but I'll give a couple examples. Unless we're in a session and you want to, like, go through the whole thing. But with the traumatic experience, what's the meaning you're making? Let's say that it was like someone screaming in your face and you got very scared in your body, right? What was the story you made up in that situation? Oh my God, I'm not safe. I'm going to be injured, etc. Okay, pull back. Let's actually observe what was happening. A person was screaming in your face. What can we assume to be true is that there was a lot of energy moving through that person that they could not handle. It got projected onto you. You then picked up that fear and discord in your body. And now you've been carrying that and you want to let that go. Okay. Let's say that you were in a car accident. And you made up the story that you're not safe. And what if you get into another accident and your body got so injured and stuff? You can always say you weren't in an accident. I've done that before. Your body is perfect. Your body knows exactly what to do. It's very much like change the story you're telling, right? So revise, revision just means to vision it again. If you want a different story, you tell a different story, but you're telling it in the now moment. So you're literally just choosing in the now of, like, I'm healthy, happy, wealthy, wise. That didn't affect me. I have the perfect perspective on it now. Actually, it wasn't the way that I've been telling the story that it happened. Whatever it is you want. So that's just, like, in a nutshell. Let me know if you have any follow-ups, okay? Hi, beautiful beings. Hi, Cherry Moon. Yeah. And let it be easy. Like, if the story you've been telling doesn't benefit you, if it's not adding to your coin, if it's not adding to your beauty, if it's not adding to your joy, you can throw it in the trash. And you don't have to destroy it. You just stop telling it. Everything exists in existence, so like let it go. Rosemary, what do you see people struggle with the most when manifesting? The illusion of struggle, probably. Like, struggle is, I'm gonna say this, and I want you to put on your listening ears and hear this in the way I intend it. Struggling is a choice. When you become aware that it is, okay? If I find myself struggling with something, I have to realize that I'm causing a struggle internally by not deciding that it worked out for me, okay? Now, do not victimize yourself and say, like, you're saying I struggle with X, Y, Z. Yeah, when you were in the consciousness of not knowing you were choosing your reality, absolutely. I used to get pneumonia every year. I used to get bronchitis every year, sinus infections every year. That was a struggle. Then when I learned more about like the stories I was telling, I just stopped telling the story that I would get sick in that way. Okay. So basically what people struggle with in manifestation is just like lack of recognizing that it's like the story that you're telling. So if you're saying, I'm struggling with this, this is so hard for me, this is hard, this is not easy, this thing is easier than that thing, you are decreeing that. You're literally like the proclaimer being like, I baptize this as hard. Well, congratulations. Would you like a medal? Do you want an award? You struggled the most out of everyone. You're so deserving now of love. No, pull back. Oh, wait, actually, I deserve love and I don't have to struggle to get it. I actually don't have to do anything to get love because love is always here and love is always accessible. I didn't need to prove myself. I didn't need to bend myself or twist myself or do backflips. I just get to breathe and feel joy and love in this moment and then know that every wonderful, beautiful thing is coming to me. And that I get to create whatever I want to in this world. I wish these lives were recorded because there are so many wonderful gems. They are recorded. I've been saying, you know what? Fine. I'll post this on the YouTubes. I said I was going to post the one from last week too. We're going to do it. I'll tell you what, if I don't post this by tomorrow, someone DM me and remind me to do it, okay? I will probably post it by tomorrow. And if I don't, get on my ass about it. Deal? And then you get to re-listen to my genius. God, I love doing this though. I love talking about this stuff. It's because it changed my life. Like, if I had stayed in the story that my body was injured and then I got sick all the time, I'd still be experiencing it. I'd be miserable. I was for a long time. If I'd stayed in the story about like different dumb relationship things or the way that my family was, like, I'd still be experiencing it, but I changed it. So like, I'm in New Jersey. It is effortless. It's so automatic. And once you start paying attention to how quickly things occur, girl, it's so good. Everything occurs so quickly. And it's so funny because it's like, you'll notice like, oh, I started telling a story about a person and then they showed up that way, even if they hadn't been that way before. Oh, got it. South Africa. Cool. Love that. South Africa. Also, my loves, I put Select Your Reality on sale for $222 this week only. It hasn't been on sale that way since February. It had less components in February. So jump on that. Also, Healthy State program is $150 right now. And that's probably the last time I'm going to offer it for that for a while. It's just that it's the 1 year anniversary of the course. So my gift unto you. It's crazy how things can be so simple. Everything is simple. Nothing's really that complicated. Even like, let's think about molecules, right? A simple molecule would be a couple atoms joining. A complex molecule, what is that? That's just simple molecules joining again and again and again and again. So even if something looks big and complex, it's just made of the same tiny building blocks. It's simple. It's all simple. And you make it more complex in your head. Oh, I live close to you. Are you also in New Jersey, or are you like Pennsylvania, Maryland, Dealio? I love New Jersey. I love the beach. I love being here. I definitely want to be in mountains soon. But shall do sometime. So funny. Oh my God. Did I manifest living in New Jersey? I did. I'm from New Jersey, and then I've lived like all over the place, but the last place that I had been living, I was like across the country, and I remembered like falling asleep every night and like wanting to be back in New Jersey. So as I would fall asleep, I just like feel myself there and like, you know, being surrounded, connecting with my family. And then I was there in like a couple months. So, you know, do whatever you want. Which is funny because I also like manifested not being here like many years ago. So the fact that I then like chose to like come back, but I decided to like reformulate the way that like my family was and my interactions with them, because like I didn't want to repeat certain things that I'd been experiencing. So you get to change it. It's customizable. Thank you for the roses, Angie. I appreciate it. Hi, RH. I can envision entire worlds, but it seems my nervous system has very limited capacity to hold them. Baby girl. I'm assuming your gender here. Baby girl. And also, let's just say baby girl is gender neutral in this context. Baby girl. Your nervous system is a manifestation of your consciousness. If you're saying your nervous system has a limited capacity, that is a creation of you. Staying in the state, right? I think that's the part. Well, what are things? Let's talk about capacity for a second. From a physical and mental sense, what is it that would decrease capacity? Scattered attention and focus everywhere, an overloading of your circuits per se. So if you're increasing stress and stuff, right? So then how can we not overload our capacity? Relax. Teach yourself to deeply relax. Change these signals you're sending with your mind. The mind is the only thing, right? Your mind forms your neurons, forms your cells, arranges them, selects which atoms go where. Shockingly, people can disagree with that. I don't give a fuck. Like, I know what my experience is. Like, you get to do whatever it is you want. Have it be fully enjoyable, fully customizable to you. So if you're saying like, oh, I think my nervous system has a limited capacity, it's like, why don't you ask yourself, what would I like to do to feel really good? If you're observing, oh, I can't handle this, I can't hold this, great. How would I increase capacity? Well, fucking relax. Start imagining more, being able to spend more and more time like witnessing and experiencing it. And then suddenly it is your reality. And there's no like, no fuss, no muss, no going back, no nothing. You're just like there, experiencing. Where are you? Which is also a big part of the Select Your Reality course, is increasing, like, it effortlessly increases capacity, because I teach you all the things that I taught myself of progressive muscle relaxation, changing my thought forms, using the I Am Calm meditation that I created that moved me from having insomnia for 20 years to being able to sleep whenever I want to. So, like, if you're having a lack in capacity, it's just the stories you're telling. Tell a different story. You don't need the course. You could just do it manually yourself. But if someone wanted to be guided by moi and a very beautiful thing that I recorded and put together, it exists. So, that's there. I agree, relaxing out of capitalism at the moment. Yeah, and so part of that is also recognizing, like, you can receive no matter what you're doing, right? You receive no matter what. I receive no matter what I'm doing. Things are always coming to me. I don't have to constantly be doing in order to deserve. I don't have to be doing in order to receive. Beautiful things come to me all the time. Beautiful thoughts, beautiful feelings, beautiful money, beautiful joy, beautiful people. Because my love is not a performance. It's an aspect of my being. My love is not a performance. It's who I am. When it came to your nose healing, how did you deal with the opposite showing when you decided? I didn't stay in the opposite. I chose that it was a certain way, and I didn't let any I didn't put the attention. I've told this story a lot before, but it's like, okay, so I decided my nose is perfect, right? And so any thoughts coming up of what if this doesn't work and you have to go to a hospital? I noticed that when I looked at that thought, when I gave any attention saying no, it's not, it was almost like I heard a cackling somewhere in my mind. And I felt that thought and pattern get stronger in my body. And I thought, ooh, by even acknowledging it, I'm giving it energy because I'm treating it as if it's real. So I took all my focus and I just stared at my nose has always been perfect. And I did not feed the other thing. It has always been perfect. And then I relaxed and released the blah, blah, blah nonsense. Didn't even look at it. Didn't feed it. Fully focused on my body's perfect. It's perfect. My nose is perfect. My nose has always been perfect. Wow, my bone is formed so beautifully. Been trying to manifest letters from my birth mom who passed, but I feel it's not real. Stop trying. Just ignore, oh, they're here. They're here. Oh, they're here. Wow. They found them. They found their way to me. They came to me easily. Stop putting effort into it. It's not effortful. It's a decision. It's not effortful. You don't have to stress or struggle about it. Just be like, okay, they exist somewhere. My mother wrote birth letters and they came to me. They came right to me. Someone found them and gave them to me. I didn't have to lift a finger. They came right to me. There's no effort in that. There's no trying. There's no struggle. There's simply wow, okay, I have a desire to receive these letters because they exist. And they came right to me. I'm so glad that someone found them. I'm so glad that they found their way to me. I also like to say things like, whatever way they needed to come to me, they came to me, obviously, because I have them. I did this with a scarf I lost a while ago where I was I had no idea where it had gone. And I was whatever way it needs to come to me, it will. And then it was it got passed from one cousin to another cousin to my mother to me. Because as I had been driving through Texas to get to New Jersey, I had left it at my cousin's house and not realized it. And then so it was literally months later, I was where the I have no idea where it was. Didn't know I left it there. And then when I decided it came back to me, it was literally only a couple days and it came to me. So think of the way that had to work, right? That person had to have brought it from Texas to New Jersey for the specific family event that they were going to. I was not, because it's cousin through marriage, so I wasn't going to that party. So it's it already had been occurring technically in that timeline when I decided it came to me. And then it came to me in a couple days. But it had to already have technically been on a plane to get to, you know what I'm saying? Or if you could look at it oh, it wasn't, and then it was. Maybe it wasn't, and then I shifted to the reality where that's where it was. So I've just been having extreme anxiety. It's thrown out. It didn't get thrown out. Didn't get thrown out. I lost a ring in Scotland And I decided that it would appear on my nightstand, and it did. I think Mel shared a story where she lost a diamond in the ocean and it appeared in her bed months later. Also, someone else, they had a set of 4 glasses and one of the glasses broke, and they decided they were going to wake up in the reality where they had all the glasses, and then a few months later, they did. They woke up, all the glasses were there. Antique glasses, irreplaceable ones. You have your letters. Period. Done. For some, what do you mean, Justin? What was that in reference to? Do you think angels brought it to you? I always say fairies. I say the fairies brought it to me. If it's jewelry, I say the fairies brought it to me. I know people have different relationships with fairies, but again, reality is infinite. I'm choosing beautiful, wonderful fairies that love me brought it to me. Or just saying like it poofed out of existence, because I said that too. I've said it in multiple ways. Basically, I don't care how. It doesn't matter how. The how's not my business. The fact of the matter is it appeared on my nightstand. Ha ha he he, I win. Do you think it's possible to have people in 3D forget about traumatic things? Yeah, because reality is infinite. Okay, I'm going to say this once, guys. Infinite iterations of reality exist. I want you to start thinking creatively, because that's going to resolve a lot of these things. Stop thinking about ways it can't happen. Think about the infinite ways that it already did. That's an example of all realities that exist. Exactly. I manifested that too. Things I lost, my friend showed up. I also lost an earring in a different country, and then it appeared under my nightstand. I had both when I went to the one country, and my whole jewelry box fell and shattered. Couldn't find that earring. Went back months later, decided, you know what, fuck, it's going to show up, and then it showed up under my nightstand. And I was like, oh, cool, amazing, love it. And I'd fully worn them in the other country, so it's like, you know. We had a phone call. Did you answer my question? I did. And I said yes. I said infinite iterations of reality exist. So instead of thinking about the ways it didn't work, think about the ways it did. I lost wallet 6 months ago. Every day I envision finding it. Pray to God. Tell myself I have it, but so far nothing. State that it came to you easily. You found it in the easiest way. You crossed paths with it in the best way. My mom lost her keys for like a year. And like, then like decided, oh no, they came to me in the easiest way. And she ended up finding them at like the store. Like, really, time doesn't exist the way that you perceive it linearly. So like, that doesn't matter. Is this a sexy swimsuit? No, it's not. It's a shirt. It's a shirt, but it's one of my favorite shirts. I actually have this in black, and I got the black one at a clothing swap. And I loved it so much that I like found it on what's that called? Poshmark. And I got the one that's like, well, I thought this was gray, but it said brown on the thing. Anyway, I know it is nice, especially because like I got the black one for free, and it was like the original price was like $100 and like something, and I was like, I have great taste. You already have your wallet. It came to you in whatever like way it needed to. Whatever, anything that needed to move, moved. Anything, any person, any idea, any decision that needed to move, moved. You already have it. It's already yours. It's already done. Now, my loves, my battery is getting % right now, so I will be hopping off soon, but not quite yet. Gonna chat a little more. Stop saying keeps. Call yourself out on your shit. If you're saying always, if you're saying keeps, recognize you're the one keeping it. There's no one besides you keeping it. This keeps happening. I keep this happening. I have this. I'm holding this in my reality as a permanent thing that keeps happening. Are you going to stop? You need to, like, why don't you keep saying, he keeps being healthy, he keeps being whole and complete. I'm going to stop choosing the reality where this sweet baby is injured. Take accountability for yourself. And, like, that might sound like, oh my God, you're saying it's my fault that this bad thing happened. Are you the creator or not? If you don't want to be the creator, that's fine. Then, like, don't play this game. But if you're ready to just select that good things happen for you and stop going back to the old realities, life gets a lot sweeter. And now my kitten is lumping too suddenly. Oh my God. Dude. Can I help improve it? Friends, you can choose anything. Your friend is happy and healthy. Stop going back to the old stories, guys. Stop French kissing the old story. Basically, you're giving mouth to mouth to it. You're like, I'm so healthy and happy. My cats are so healthy and happy. And then you're like, they're injured. They're injured. They're injured. Oh my God, I keep having. Can you, like, stabilize yourself, regulate yourself, like, take accountability for yourself, stop telling this old story, stop tormenting yourself? You have the ability. It's you. It's all you, baby. State that it's easy for you. Wow, it just got a lot easier for me to hold the state I want. Wow, it just got a lot easier for me to choose the things I want. Choose that it's easy for you. If you keep saying, like, why do I keep wavering? Stop asking that question. I don't waver. I don't waver. It's easy for me to just choose the reality and be the one where I want. You're going to notice you started telling an old story because you're getting results you don't want. And then you say, like, wow, I'm so good. I manifested this thing. If I can manifest this thing, I can manifest anything. Do you think you can go in 1 second from, like, broke to billionaire, or there are levels? Infinite iterations of reality exist. Infinite iterations of reality exist. How can I go from broken nose to non-broken nose in a second? But you think I'm going to say no to that? Will you please get it together, man? like everything exists in existence and is possible. There's infinite iterations of reality, but not that one. No, that's special. That's separate from you. That's kept for really special good people, and unfortunately, like, you're just not good enough. You haven't tried hard enough. If I ever sound like that, you can, like, unfollow me, okay? Like, if I ever start sounding like that, please just... Master Manifestors, I adore you. This is Olivia. If you're not following her, she's fantastic, by the way. You're the selector of your reality. That doesn't, like, stop. That doesn't, like, go in a different direction. There's not some things that are just different and held apart by you. It's like whatever the separation is that you're imagining in your mind. Oh, you love me too. Olivia goes live on YouTube a lot. She's fantastic. Ironically, as God, you're already infinite money. Yeah, have you ever thought about how you're, like, all the money ever? You are money, baby. You are money. You are constantly receiving. You're always receiving money. You're never not receiving money. You're never not receiving money. Everything exists in existence. You're always receiving money. If you can believe that you are never receiving money, you can also believe that you're always receiving money. And it's just a shift in perspective of, like, wait, money is literally always coming to me. And I'm experiencing it more and more frequently. And I'm enjoying it more and more. And I feel so stable and happy. I've heard people say stuff like, well, I got $1,000 a day and then worked my way up and so on. Yeah, and so it's like whatever feels good for you to play with, right? I think Sammy Ingram was talking about how she started with $500 a day and then went to $1,000. And it's like, when I started manifesting monies and stuff, I was like, started with like 300. Because 300 felt really accessible to me. That's not bad. Yeah, I healed a bone in an instant. But for me, it was like, what feels accessible in my body? What felt pleasurable? I could easily, like, I'd held $300 before. Imagine that. Let myself play with it. It gets to be as easy as you, like, let it. Intense feelings over whether I'm stuck in limerence or if it's something else. Limerence is just a definition and a decision. Limerence is just someone decided and labeled something as limerence, and then other people jumped on the bandwagon and started labeling themselves as, I have this thing that's wrong with me. I have something wrong with me. I have a pathologizable aspect of self. So stop identifying as that. State that like everything happens for you perfectly. You're perfectly emotionally secure. You like who you like because you like them. And it's in a normal way. You focus on yourself easily. You prioritize yourself and your world prioritizes you. You're always receiving the most wonderful, beautiful things. Period. Done. Scrolling one day and someone mentioned you, the lady who instantly broke their nose, and I was like, that's Rose. Yeah, I'm that lady. I'm the lady. I'm the unbrokey nose lady. What a legend. I had a suddenly, I keep saying my children are happy and healthy, and my daughters moved back in with me last week. Oh, I love that. Oh, thanks for reposting my live, babe. So I kept saying my children are happy and healthy, and my daughter moved back. Yeah, your children are happy and healthy. Sorry, out of... Yeah. Your daughter's in her best relationship. She's in her right relationship with herself. She's so strong and beautiful. She knows exactly what it is to be loved fully. She's in the best relationship of her life now. Everything is working for you. Everyone here, your body is perfect. Your cells know exactly what to do. You are divine intelligence. Everything works for you perfectly. You're receiving money in the best ways. You're receiving money in the most fun, wonderful ways. You're literally paid to exist. You, as an expression of the divine that you are, receive everything perfectly. You always have the best thoughts to you, come to you. You always have the best, most wonderful feelings come to you. You always know exactly what to do at the right time. You're never missing anything. Nothing can ever miss you. It always just keeps coming. It just shows up and you accept it when you're ready. Like the candy cane story I've told, where it was like, I wanted candy canes to come to me, and the Santa on the fire truck was throwing candy canes and I missed it. Usually he only comes once. I kept manifesting that man to come back over the course of a couple days until finally I walked my little ass out of the house down to the sidewalk, and then I got pelted with candy canes. And I got 8 goddamn candy canes as opposed to like 2, right? So it's gonna keep coming back to you. Regardless, I could have been like, well, they only come once. I could have gone to a store and bought candy canes. I didn't want to leave the house. No, sir. I was like, they're coming to me. Oh, but they already came. Well, then they're going to come back. Oh, well, I missed it this morning. Well, then they're going to come back. And they did. Okay? Reality is infinite, and you think that it's limited to something, get your damn candy canes. And it sounds so funny and trivial to say that of like, oh, wow, just for candy canes? Yeah, think about what else you can apply it to. Think about what else you can apply it to. Apply it to candy canes. Apply it to something else. Do we have an innate filter that doesn't let in what is bad for us? You can decide you do. You can decide you do. When I was little, my grandma would like teach me to circle myself with the white light of protection. Right? So like imagine yourself circled with like white light or something, but it's like nothing's separate from you. You can do whatever you want. You can play and customize this reality in whatever way. You can change your perception in whatever way that benefits you. So if you want to be like, I would just assume that all the most beautiful things happen for you, right? And that's like, you know, sometimes people will be like affirming like, I'm always chosen. And then they'll like start playing a little game in their mind. What if that means I'm chosen for something I don't want? You get to decide of like, obviously I'm the selector. I'm always chosen for the things that most benefit me. I'm always chosen for the things I most enjoy experiencing, right? Stop playing this game of like, you know, cosmic Russian roulette with yourself where you're like, sometimes bad things happen. And it's like, cool. Do you want to disidentify with that definition now? Oh, sometimes you can't always get what you want from that definition. Yeah. Because reality is infinite. So you have the ability to like play boo-boo the fool with yourself. Like, oh no, oh my God. I, the creator, am going to personally victimize myself in my own reality. Trust me, I played that game. Spinal injury, nerve damage, all this bullshit with myself that I lived in for years, till the point where I literally couldn't fucking sit up for more than a couple minutes. And I had to take a deep look at myself and say, what have I been creating? What am I saying is true? Who have I been being? Who the fuck have I been being? Oh, I've been being the girl who thinks that, well, you just get more and more pain as you live. You're going to just keep being in more and more pain until you die. Well, injuries just happen. Pain just happens. There are some things you can't heal from. Ooh, you know where that got me? Immobile. You know where I am now because I decided that my body's perfect and my cells do whatever I tell them to, and it's actually easy for me to relax, and I can heal like Wolverine. I get to climb trees. I get to like play on aerial lyra stuff. I get to do archery. I get to do all these things that for a long time I was like, well, I can't do it because I'm just injured. I'm just disabled. The doctor said I'm never going to be well again. And I believed it because I wanted to at the time. And then I had to take accountability for that and be like, okay, I was 26 at the time. No, I'm 34 now. I'm not gonna, 26 years old, unable to move, laying in my bed, staring at the ceiling, being like, this cannot be it for me. For months, staring at the ceiling, listening to all of the comedy podcasts until I didn't want to hear a single person talk. And then finally I turned it off and I was silent with myself and I was like, girl, you gotta do something. We're not doing this. Aw, thanks, you rock too. Play that role for too long, victimizing, punishing self. Oh, I'm so glad. Infinite iterations of reality. If you're experiencing something you don't like, congratulations. There's so many different pathways you can choose. You can choose the one where it's like, oh, yeah, you have a herniated disc. Guess what slipped back into your spine? Oh, why do you believe that it's going to be herniated forever? Because someone told you that. Infinite iterations exist. Billions and trillions of stars spinning and burning into and out of existence. And you think that the little 2 millimeters of squishy material between two of your bones can't just pop back in? Uncreative. I feel very passionately about this, clearly. Me too. I'm so happy for myself because, again, if I had stayed there, I would still be there. It reminds me of that, Nicki Minaj thing when she was like, if I had accepted the pickle juice, I would still be drinking pickle juice. Now, I love drinking pickle juice, so, not everything applies. But the sentiment of, if I had accepted the spine injury, and I did for 4 years, and it kept getting worse, and I'd get a little better, and then I'd go do something physical, and then I'd end up knocked out for, weeks, to the point where all these muscles were tearing. Oops. Why? Because I realized that it didn't matter how many progressive muscle relaxations I did. It didn't matter how many times I got cortisone shots or other things. It didn't matter how many nerves they burned. I was going to still keep manifesting this pattern until I changed the thought patterns that were forming my body and pushing me into ruin repeatedly. Now, we're thriving. We're champion level. We're elite. You get to do anything, okay? Now, my battery is low. So I'm going to be hopping off soon. You're wonderful. You're amazing. You're a master manifester. Do you still do health/healing practice or visualize yourself healing? I don't visualize myself healing. I state that my body is perfect. I will give one little extra story of so I was walking a lot last week, right? Or 2 weeks ago at this point, because it's been raining the last 4 days. So I haven't been walking 5 miles a day again. I could, but didn't feel like it. So let's say after walking 20 miles in a week, after not super walking because it was winter and stuff, my feet and ankles and knees started being like, hey girl, we exist. And as I was walking, I was like, oh no, my knee is messed up. And then I heard myself say that and I was like, no, we're not going down that road. Are you kidding? So I started saying my knee is perfect. feeling my knee like throbbing and like doing weird shit and feeling like weird things shift. And I was saying, my knee is perfect. My ankles are perfect. I started going through my whole body saying, my feet are perfect. My ankles are perfect. My knees are perfect. Anything I'm feeling is just energy shifting. They're just rearranging to optimize my frame because I've been walking, because my body is always optimizing to the best level. My body is perfect. My knees are perfect. My ankles are perfect. My feet are perfect. My pelvis is perfect. My hips are perfect. My torso is perfect. My spine is perfect. I went all the way down and up, right? From the bottoms of my feet. My feet are perfect. My feet are perfect. My ankles are perfect. My knees are perfect. Everything is so perfect for me. My body is perfect. My body is perfect. Healing implies that there's a process, right? And like, if you're having a ton of like, you know, story, you could give yourself a little neurocognitive walk up and you could be like, it's healing so fast. Oh, it's healed. Wow, it healed so fast. Because here's the thing that I've seen again and again and again with people is people will say, oh, it's healing, but it's so slow. Oh, it's been healing for a long time. So what are you doing? You're keeping yourself in healing. It's perpetually healing, never healed, right? Put yourself in it's healed. It's actually perfect. It's actually perfect. If you want to say like, oh, it's healing so fast, great. But don't leave yourself in healing for a long time. Here's how you can tell. How long have you been telling the story of, oh, it's healing? And how often are you spending in, oh, it healed so fast. It's done, it healed, right? So that's where I'm going to leave you today. You are magical, phenomenal, beautiful. You are a master at everything you do. You are consciousness itself doing a little spiral dance through infinity. Shake your thing. Select Your Reality is on sale massively this week. So I would snatch that shit up, especially if you like the way that I describe things. And you want to hear me guide you through relaxing, being in your calm state, emotionally secure, powerful as fuck. And then the healthy state is also on sale. And that's 8 audios of, well, guiding you through exactly what I guided myself through. Other people have used it, manifested away hypothyroidism, rheumatoid arthritis, all that jazz. So I'm going to go now. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. And have a beautiful day. Also one-on-ones and stuff. Goodbye.